Hey guys, welcome back to Style Code Live.
All right, question for you.
What?
Is there anything better than walking off the beach and feeling those natural salty waves in your hair? I don't really think there is.
No, there's nothing better.
All right, but if you don't have the luxury of hitting the beach, we have a step-by-step guide for how to get that beautiful look at home.
Okay, that's great. And here to show us is celebrity hairstylist David Lopez.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Hey, David.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on Style
Showing
Code
us
Live.
the
You're
secret
awesome.
to the beachy waves. So David, with just a handful of products and a truly versatile tool, you're going to transform our viewer, Jennifer. But you have done a little bit of magic already, so let's take a look at her before picture right now.
Okay.
There she is. That is what you did before.
Still gorgeous.
But you did a little bit of prep work backstage. So why don't you talk us through how you did that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we did backstage was on her damp hair, we applied the It's a 10 styling mousse on damp hair. We combed it through from roots to ends. I really wanted to make sure that I got it in there and combed it through with my Mason Pearson comb. Then the next thing that I did was I rough dried it with my T3 blow dryer. I rough dried it to like 100% because she doesn't have a lot of curls, so I wanted to make sure that I did it quick and fast and it was 100% dry. Got a lot of volume. Split it into pigtails. Split those pigtails in half to make 4 quadrants, and I'm good to go. So I used my trim weaver clips, my alligator clips to get those sections up, and then I was ready to start. So before you start each section, I would spray each section with the Living Proof hairspray, just to get that really built-in texture, that really kind of grittiness that you'd get from the sand, built in.
Wonderful. Well, really excited to see your step-by-step of how you achieve this. And of course, remember, decoders, everything that David is going to use right now is available on the Style Carousel. So if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Click, click, click.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so we have...
Click shop, click love. Click
Love,
buy.
yes, love and shop.
Love and
Like the
shop,
tagline
two of my
show.
favorite things to do, to love and to shop.
Yeah.
So we just have that one quadrant left,
Right here on the top.
unbeached. So
Correct.
what are we going to do
Unbeached.
first?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use actually the Twirl Convertible from T3. This is a 1.25-inch curling iron. I have it on the highest heat setting. Jen just has a good amount of hair. It's coarse. She can handle the heat. If you're at home and you have color-treated hair, say you're doing the whole silver thing, exactly. I had it silver too. I turned it down to like a 3, maybe.
Okay.
You want to turn it down. So
So
what?
because the highest setting on that is like a 410,
It's
right?
410
Which
is the
very
highest
high.
setting, which is good. It's actually, it's high, but it's not too high. We didn't want to make it to have burn anybody's hair.
Right, of course.
Okay.
So what you want to do is just turn your head down like that for me.
And it makes it even more versatile of a tool. It can go over
Exactly.
literally any hair type.
Any hair
including
type can use
synthetic.
it.
You can turn it all the way down to 1.
all the way to 1 and do that.
Yeah.
So here's the trick when you're doing your beach wave. So pretend if you're doing this at home, you want to make sure your hair is on top of the barrel, and you want to make sure your ends are going towards your face, just like that.
All right, so you're actually going to go all the way up to the root of
Right,
the
so
hair.
I'm starting at the top. I'm going to show you a different way to do it in case maybe you're ergonomically challenged at home and you're like, I can't do this, which I mean, how many times, I feel like, listen, I put wigs on to see if you can do this at home, and I'm like, it's possible, it just is a little challenging. So here's the trick.
That's awesome.
What you want to do is twist it out like this. This is really what you want to do. This twist out technique.
Unwrap.
Yes, so you get this coil. So you see how we have all these here already, just like this?
Yes.
This is what you want to see here.
It's that beautiful ropey effect.
It's a rope effect. So I've already let all of these cool down here. So I'm gonna do it again. So if you're at home and you're like, I didn't see that, you just tuned in. So you're gonna take, what you wanna do too, you wanna take random sections. Don't worry too much about taking perfect square inch sections.
Right.
Change up the section, really vary up that pattern. That's what's gonna give you that really natural finish.
Because we want it to be sort of like messy and undone, and so
Yeah.
we've maybe been on a yacht and like
On
all
a
winds,
yacht.
like toss it our
Well, like my
hair.
everyday, like my summer, you know, that's like
exactly.
my life, basically.
Oh, you spend your summer on yachts? Well, excuse me.
Not really, but if I did, this is what my hair would look like. So again, if you're at home and you're a little challenged, start at the end, and then you're gonna wrap it up just like this. And remember the trick, hold it there for a couple of seconds, not too long, and then twist it out. This is what you wanna do.
Tell us why the Ionic feature on the T3 is so good.
So with T3, we were the first ones to really integrate that ceramic and tourmaline technology, and we have our own proprietary blend of ceramic and ions on the barrel size, on the barrel. So what that does is the tourmaline is a precious gemstone, and it's crushed up, put into the ceramic, and when it heats up, it emits what's called a negative ion. So it sounds really fancy, but it's actually really simple. It's just a negative ion. Really what you need to know what that does is seals in the moisture into your hair, and you don't have to do as many passes. Gives you a lot of shine and style retention. I have to tell you the biggest thing about this, I've done everyone's hair with this. people come back to me and they're like, my hair is still curled like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're all like 2-day hair. I mean,
Right.
most of us, I feel like.
Wow.
For sure.
It really lasts
Keeps
as
those
well.
cysteine bonds together, right?
I'm sure you guys at home don't have the time or the budget to be running to the salon every 2 days. So
Right.
if you can achieve this at home and have it last, then I mean that's amazing.
Well, you can also achieve a variety of looks because it comes
true.
with many different
Well,
headpieces which you
that's
can use.
the beauty. So
you know, there's different sizes for different size curls. You could even get fancy and you can do multiple different size curls within one look.
Correct.
I like that idea.
So
know,
let me
right?
show you. So
Glamour
look at all these
waves.
barrels
Very
here.
simple. It goes
The
right
reason
in.
we call it twirl convertible is because you're able
Twirl
to
convertible.
the twirl convertible because
love
this one
that.
comes with just this barrel size. It's the 1.25-inch clip. But if you wanted to get any of these barrels here, you can switch it up to whatever you want. So you could go to the taper, you could go to the 1-inch clip, you can go to the 1.5. You can do any of these and kind of customize the way you want to wave your hair.
It's like having a salon
It
in your bathroom
It
cabinet.
is, and it
So
comes with a cute little carrying case, and it
easy.
comes
And
with
you
this,
can stay in your
with this
pajamas
glove.
and do this.
I love the heat
This
protecting
fashion
glove,
glove?
too. No, it's a heat protecting glove, so you don't burn your skin, which I
Listen,
really
it is a
love.
fashion
Safety
glove.
first.
Safety
Always.
first.
Well,
always.
Rachel, I know you're a huge fan of the T3, but
I
what about our
am.
Dakotas? Do they have some questions for David?
Absolutely, but first I got to speak to the point of that glove. Oh my gosh.
Right.
For people that are not professionals, it is a must. I've put it to the test and they give you the glove for a reason. So
Yeah.
use it.
Yes.
You know, it's like the directions come for a reason as well. Read those.
Because then you
but
can
we do
really
have
get
some great
close.
questions coming in from our viewers.
You're not
How
gonna
about
burn your
Ariana asks, what's the best way to keep beach waves from getting tangly?
Tangly?
Ariana, I love your name.
Oh, what a good name. I love. Okay, so what you want to really think about your hair is tangling because it's really dry. So that's going to start with your hair care. So what I would suggest is switching to hair care that is sulfate free, much more gentle on the hair. You want to get to a really good conditioner, and especially in the summer, get a hair mask. Do a hair mask at least once a week because you're out there in the sun, you're out using heat tools, you're putting your hair up, taking it down. That's going to be really important. So that'll help solve that problem.
Okay, a couple more questions that I'll just fire out at you and we can get quick answers to our viewers. Aaliyah wants to know, my hair never stays with hairspray. Any tips?
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Actually, we do.
We have a lot of tips. Okay.
But before we get there, can you talk to me a little bit about this incredible Mason Pearson comb that I'm obsessed with?
So what you saw before, and Jen, can I actually have you spin around because you guys have to see the beauty of this hair. Like, look at this head of
Jennifer,
hair.
your hair is incredible.
It's
It's your
gorgeous.
natural color.
Amazing color. No, she's like,
We don't even know what it is anymore.
Not at all.
Never asked
So-
the lady that.
I'm using this Mason Pearson comb. It is handmade in Switzerland. It's a little more expensive for a comb, but this Mason Pearson is the Rolls Royce of hair brushes.
It really
and combs.
is. Yeah.
It is so beautifully made.
Top of
it's
line.
handmade again. You can see right here. It says handmade in Switzerland. This is going to last you forever. This is great for detangling. It's great for combing out these waves. As you can see here, how I'm combing out these waves.
You can use
it's
it
not
in the
getting
shower.
stuck in the
You
hair.
can pack it away.
Exactly.
It'll last you forever. And Mason Pearson brushes usually go for hundreds of dollars, so you're really getting a steal at $35, which is the price of this comb. It's really
Right.
fantastic.
It's awesome.
And so now you're combing out the curls, but obviously because of the product that you've applied first, it's not, laying flat. It's just giving it like that nice
Right.
detangling
that
effect.
mousse also gave us body
Body.
and hold.
Yeah.
Now, you have to think about your hair like a fabric.
Okay.
If you were to take your t-shirt and stretch it out while you were drying it, it's stretched out. It's not doing anything. So when your hair is wet, don't touch it too much. Just rough dry it, rough dry it, rough dry it until it's completely dry, and then curl it. And you're gonna get, look at this. I'm looking at
This is
so
incredible.
much
Look at this
Oh,
hair,
my
you
goodness.
guys. Someone take a screenshot and Snapchat it to me. This is amazing.
They will.
So what's really interesting as well is that you use 2 sprays to finish this look up,
Correct.
not just one. So
Right.
talk us through what they are and why you choose to use multiple sprays.
Right, so right now I'm going to be using the Not Your Mother's Double Take Dry Finish Texture Spray. Dry
great.
texture sprays kind of have a finish of a dry shampoo and a hairspray mixed together. So I'm going to build up this hair. So you think about when you're out in the sun, the canopy of your hair, this is what I call the canopy, it gets that nice lift from the sand and being
Yes.
out in the ocean. So I want to really get into the mid-lengths and into the air, to the roots right here. This also gives me a hold without having to use hairspray. So
Right.
you're going to be able to kind of like toss your hair to the side and it kind of stays there. It's
Well,
not
and
just
it
flopping
smells
back in your
lovely,
lid.
too.
does
I
smell
can
nice.
It
attest to
smells
that.
so good.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, I'm
like-
spraying it right in your face.
No, it's fine. I just had it done to myself. I use the same thing.
It's
And what's
so
nice
good.
about this texturizing spray as well is that even though you are applying it on the roots of the hair, it's not going to feel greasy. It's not going to
Not
weigh
at
your
all.
hair down.
Super
it's like a
lightweight.
really lovely weightless spray. And then what's the second spray that you use?
So we'll spin you around. Give her a little reveal moment.
Okay.
Give us a show, Jen. Look at this.
Still gorgeous.
So
So you see how that dry texture spray gave us that lift here?
Yes.
Now, when you're at the beach, you know how you go in the beach and your ends get that kind of like super shiny, kind of almost greasy look?
Right.
You like that. It's like, it's super textured. So I'm gonna actually be using a shine spray from Kenra.
Okay.
And what's really great about it too, it does have a built-in UV protection as well.
That's
Wonderful.
great.
So that's also great to be, if you're gonna be out in the sun with it, you wanna make sure you use that as well. So this, I'm gonna spray only into the ends.
Okay, so from like the mid-length
Okay.
down.
Yep, that's gonna give me that broken up texture. Immediately it changes into something that is really kind of worn in. And it just gives that PC definition, which I really love.
And the reason you would have it at the beach is because your shoulders would be covered in sunscreen.
Exactly.
So it's kind of giving
So
you
it's
that,
like
mimicking
absorbing.
Because
that
normally you
effect.
have like sunscreen on your shoulders, so
Right.
you're like, why is my hair so beautiful and soft and
Yeah.
shiny? Because there's all this oil in it. So now you get that benefit, but you're getting it from Kenra, and you're not going to weigh your hair down.
Right.
Awesome.
It's not going to feel greasy or anything.
All right,
so you
awesome.
want to
Built-in
mimic
UV
that.
is amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about your beauty hack because I
Right.
know our decoders at home will be very, very excited about this, especially with this humid weather that we have coming.
Right.
Yes,
We
tell
love
me.
a beauty hack. So you know you
Please.
get your hair blown out,
Yeah.
and then you have what I call these little antennas. Like if you kind of like see all these little antennas
The
appear.
flyaways, I call
The
them those.
flyaways.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants that. They're like, there's just too many flyaways. I see people go with like their hands or a comb, and it just puts too much product. So here's a good tip. I'm using the Living Proof Flex Shaping Hairspray.
Okay.
I'm gonna spray it right onto this brush right here.
That's a
This
kabuki
makeup
brush, right?
It's a kabuki brush.
So typically
It
a
is.
makeup brush, but you've got a
Right,
different
it's
use
normally
for
for
it.
here,
Yeah?
but now I'm using it on here.
Okay.
You're gonna spray the hairspray directly onto the brush.
Right.
Just
I
like
love that
that.
Japanese Kumadori brush.
It's
Good,
so
right?
good. And then what you'll do is just knock down those little flyaways, just like that.
Oh, wow.
That's wonderful.
And it just takes them away, but you kept that volume and you didn't put too
Yeah.
much product. Now here's another thing. You're gonna put your hair up in the summer into a ponytail.
Okay.
And you know how you put your hair up and turn your hair to the side? You get all those little flyaways right here
Yes.
that just lay down. Not anymore. You spray it right onto
Same
here.
thing.
Same
And to say you're gonna
brush.
pull your hair up, all you do to wipe up all these little hairsprays, these little flyaways, it just pulls them right in.
And technically,
wonderful.
you could also use that brush for makeup if you just
Yes,
washed it
of
in between
course.
yes.
applications.
It's just a
between
hack.
hairspray.
If
Yeah.
you have you already have one at home and you want to do that, you can do that as well.
Just
What
make
if
sure
you're
you
on the
clean it very
go?
thoroughly in
Yeah,
between
like don't
using
take
your
it
hair
and then
your
like
face.
wipe it all over your face.
If you're on the
do
go,
not do
can you just
that.
spray it right into your hands?
You could, yeah. What I really like too about the hairspray, about the Flex Shape hairspray, if you want to knock down flyaways, just take the hairspray and then spray it into your hands directly. And then what you'll do is just very lightly go on the top and then squeeze it into your hair because you want to keep that texture.
Yeah, you don't want
Wow.
to negate the lift that
Right.
you gave your hair before
Exactly.
with the
So you're
mousse and with the not
squeezing
So
it
it's
in.
like a very light touch. All right, so
Yeah.
Jennifer, let's look at your before and after shot.
Look at this.
Wow.
incredible.
Even
Wow.
I did that, you guys.
I did an audible
But
gasp.
you know
Jennifer, what
what's
do
great
you
is you
think?
can do this at home. If you follow those little tips,
Yeah.
you can do this at home.
Well, you can also do this at home if you head to our Style Carousel and grab all of these fantastic products. That T3 really is such a great investment because you're getting a ton of products in one, basically. David, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much.
You're
Thank
a
you.
rock star. You really broke that down step by step for us, so I
Thanks.
feel like everyone at home should go and try it.
David's going to hop into the chat for a
Oh,
little
thank
bit.
goodness.
So-
I know we have so many questions. Rachel's been doing an amazing job keeping up with them all. So, David, thank you for staying with us.
Thank
but, guys,
you.
make sure you stay tuned because when we come back, we are showing you how to sport shorts for all sizes. First up, though, it's the beauty pick of the week with our gal, Glam Life Guru, Tati Westbrook. Stay tuned, Decoders. We'll be right back.